have told us, and I'm going to. Says here that the next time the chimes go, Matt and Cher are going to be talking. So just be prepared. Well, I want to welcome all of you on this absolutely great Chautauqua weekend, and I can't imagine a more appropriate event to kick off the 4th of July festivities at Chautauqua than this celebration today. Indeed, I think that no words can replace what has been happening here for the last 15 minutes or half an hour to indicate the absolute success of what folks have invested in here for the children of Chautauqua and their parents. To see people enjoying this area as they just have truly is the important message that we should take away from what has been done here. As you know, sometimes at Chautauqua it takes a long time for things to happen, and this is one of them that has been nurtured over many years, many conversations, but most importantly, I hope in the Chautauqua spirit, a sense of family, friendship, community coming together, rallying on behalf of people who are hurting, people who are in need, and trying to figure out how they might help in difficult times. And this is what the friends of Mark and Ann have done. This is what their family has done. This is what the community has done. And it is truly a fantastic pleasure to be able to finally, after all these years, bring this to fruition and this morning to celebrate it. We're going to start today's program with Betsy Burgesson, who's going to talk a little. Well, I don't actually have a clue what Betsy's going to talk about, but I'm hoping that she's going to tell you a little bit about how the objects that you find here in Timothy's Play area arrived here, and the work that went into it by her magnificent crew. So Betsy, would you come up?
Thank you, Jeff. Now let me just switch up my speech a little bit. They say everything happens for a reason, both good and bad, happy and sad. This idea is a very hard one to believe in when you lose a loved one, especially one as young as Timothy was. Yet here we are today. We're surrounded by friends and family, colleagues, strangers, visitors, our community. And we're giving Timothy's spirit a home and a life once again as we dedicate this incredible new play area. It has been such an honor to be able to work with Ann and Mark and their family, creating a space not only that they would love, but to be able to give so many other kids the happiness and joy and the laughter that Timothy brought to their lives. I got goosebumps, not just because of the wind, but coming down when I saw all the kids playing on it. It's a really moving experience. Anne wrote a beautiful poem that is inscribed on the memorial plaque. And the last line is fitting, not only because of the memory, but because of the materials that were used to create the play area. The line says, "Now you call us here to laugh, play, and live once more." As you know, a couple of trees have had to be cut down throughout the institution. However, their removal has not gone in vain. In fact, they found new life again. A tree from the AMP that was removed has become a log tunnel that the kids, and even big kids, can crawl through. We've got a race car created from one of the trees that came out of Miller Park a few years ago. We have ash trees, we have locust trees that became log steppers. We have the benches were trees that were removed from the University Beach hillside. The trees that we are removing are not going, they're not going in vain. We are using them and giving them life once again. And they are becoming the source of children's squeals and memories that are made. John Stowe, one of our full-time grounds crew, brought dreams to reality through his chainsaw and woodworking skills. Kudos to you, John. I have to say, it's an awesome feeling, and one that's humbling to see some doodles that you kind of jot down on paper and you put in front and say, is this what you're looking for? Because I really hope I'm on the same page as you when I'm talking with Mark and Ann, and to know that we were able to create something that they had wanted, and that's what their vision was. To see those doodles take form and know that we have made Timothy's Playground the space that Mark and Ann and all of Timothy's brothers hoped it would be is just awesome. They say everything happens for a reason. This playground, the fact that it looks like it was always meant to be here, the happiness I have seen in just the past week since its installation, the laughter I've heard, filling the air as I've worked down here, is proof of that. You call us here to live, to laugh, play, and live once more. Thank you.
Thank you, Betsy. Thank you, John. Appreciate it very much. Now I'd like to call on Sheriff Babcock and Matt Ewalt, who oversee our education and youth programs, to talk a little bit about the importance of this new play area to Chautauqua Institution. Sheriff, Matt.
Step over here.
Matt can probably do it. We couldn't decide which one of us could speak to the meaning of this playground, so we decided that both of us would. And what I want to talk about is roots. Every child needs roots in order to thrive. And one of the things that is such a pleasure to me at Chautauqua is watching the children who come back every year to see each other, because their families know and love each other. They might be brothers, they might be cousins, they might be friends. They're from all over the country, and I think this playground gives us a real visible symbol of the roots that we provide our children. So thank you to those of you, I know there are many who made this a reality, and thank you but especially to the Rataco family. And good luck, cheese balls, team taco, and fireballs. Did I leave anybody out? I'm sorry, green pops? Of course. Okay, I haven't seen that. So this is a wonderful day, and we thank you for it.
Good morning, everyone. I'm going to adjust this. Sorry. It's most appropriate that we gather on this weekend, a weekend for families to gather all over the country, but even here at Chautauqua, a weekend for those who can't be here an entire week, let alone multiple ones who come for a few days to return to this community and spend time with those they love. to see their child march in the children's school parade or pop paper bags with their family at Monday evening's CSO Pops concert in the amphitheater. For those of you new to Chautauqua, and there may be a few here, the demographics of this place have changed. While many of you here are indeed here for multiple weeks or perhaps the entire summer, the 1 week visit is now the most common one at Chautauqua. That trend of a shorter family vacation is also reflected nationally. On average, we're simply taking less and less vacation time. And it's not that we necessarily have less time for vacation, it's that we don't find the time to take it. Here in this grove, with just a reminder of the origins of this place, I just find myself thinking about the history of Chautauqua and the idea in the late 19th century of our learning as a community how to use our discretionary time. With that free time afforded us, how do we use it? And it's about finding time for oneself and dedicating ourselves to exploration and learning and renewal, but it's also about finding time for each other. I almost think we're at another crisis of discretionary time where even when we do end up taking vacation, now with cell phones and everything else, we're so easily connected to our responsibilities back home that we find ourselves distracted and not in the moment. It's not always about the plan. That's a hard thing to say in a place where our vacation guide is the hundreds of events printed on the back of the daily that we rush to back and forth, but there are reminders of the spontaneous and being in the moment. We can find it at Vester Plaza at 7 p.m., not a coincidence, in between programs when families, all done with dinner and before something happening in the amphitheater, are gathering and playing with their children and talking with one another. I think for me what's most striking about Timothy's Playground is that this is something that families walking the grounds perhaps for the first time with their children, or perhaps for the 100th or 200th time, are discovering something they weren't expecting. Perhaps altering their schedule to spend a few minutes with each other and enjoying that moment. I'm so incredibly grateful to Mark and Ann and the family and this larger family gathering here in this grove that again has seen the entire history of this place, this community. Your gift is a commitment to our future and of the moments families spend together, both great and small. And out of loss, helping families laugh, play, and live, and find those moments. Thank you so much.
I'm going to readjust this. And now we're going to ask Mark and Ann to come up and say a few things I'm sure that are deep in their heart and have been there for a long time. But before they do, I just want to express my real gratitude to them for their tenaciousness, their good spirit in all of this. That even perhaps when it felt like, why are they saying no all the time, that somehow or another we got to yes. And I'm really... Damn, you guys didn't talk long enough. You know how much time you have. So I don't know what I was saying, but here's Mark and Ann.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. We did it. Not only did we manage to get the playground built, we actually are having an event where there are no children on this for the next 15 minutes. You know, this is the embodiment of all that's right about Chautauqua, this playground, the play area. It's about a community of all of you that were really instrumental in getting two people, Ann and I, back on our feet when we were devastated with the loss of our son in 2004. And for you to be able to embrace us spiritually, emotionally, and even financially has really meant the world to us, and ultimately provided that sort of clarity for us that said, you know, we're here to support you. It's going to be okay.
Well, I thought I would just tell you a little bit about our journey. And when Timothy passed away in 2004, he was 16 months old, and Mark and I were 31. And we died a little bit at that moment too. My mom, where are you, Mom? Introduced me to a really incredible woman, one of those just wise people that God drops into your life at the right moment. And her name was Clarisa Pincola Estes. And she's all that you would think she was. She was probably in her 70s at the time, and she spoke in a very soft voice. And she knew a lot about grief. And she said to me, she took me by my hands and she said, "This is really going to be hard." And when you lose somebody, and especially when you lose a child, you get a hole in your heart. And it's not a hole that you can actually fill, she said, and it's not a break that you can fix. And so what you need to do for the rest of your life, and what I ask you and Mark to do, is to fiercely and relentlessly seek joy. Seek the people who make you joyful, and the places that give you joy, and the experiences that give you joy. And that those things grow your heart, and one of the miracles that God gives you is a heart that grows. And she said, it's going to take a long time. and she said, and so just know that, and know that there are going to be these moments that are going to happen in your life where you're going to start to love again, and you're going to start to live again. And they're going to surprise you at first, and they're going to be few and far between. And then there are going to be more and more of them. And Timothy passed away in November, and in July of the next summer we came here, and we stepped onto the basketball court. And that was one of the very first moments that we were able to sort of know that that was going to happen. And then we came back, and every year that happened for us here. And then we came on Saturday here, and we got in at like 10:30 at night with a carload of kids, my 4 boys and our niece Isa. And the first thing they wanted to do was come down to the playground, so we turned on our flashlights on our phone, and we got to see them play on this playground. And that was one of those moments. And today is one of those moments. And we are, I mean, if my heart could like pop out of my chest and balance out that hole it has, and you guys have given us all of those moments, and we are so grateful. We are so grateful. It makes us better people and better parents, and hopefully better friends and family to you guys along the way.
Jeff and Betsy and Sharon and Matt highlighted a number of themes. There are 3 things I just wanted to sort of let you know that we're certainly acutely aware of and certainly grateful for. The first is this hallowed place. Of all the places in the institution, I can't think of one more sacred to the entire grounds. And for the generations that have come before us, and for some of the things that Matt articulated and Betsy, and for the generations to come, we're all custodians of this place. So to do this, to have it be in the right spirit of things, is really, really important. And it was first and foremost. The other thing that Ann and I really were certainly grateful for was the administration, and for all of your help and support. You know, and we came a couple of times in the off season to make sure that everything would be on schedule, and there were a lot of no's, but we got a lot of yeses, and we kept things moving forward. And I remember, John, we came into your office and I met with both of you, and wow, something you said, we come down and just sit on the bench when nothing was out here, and we just look and we stop and think, we got to get this right. We've got to get this area right. And you got it right. And as the custodians, you guys are the year-round custodians for all of us, and you were a phenomenal team to work with, and so really a heartfelt thank you. And I do want to recognize just a few people in particular. And John, I know you already got some shout out for all of your great work, but I do want to recognize a few people. I do want to thank the Board of Trustees. I don't know if Greg Miller is here. Greg was very supportive, certainly as was the rest of the board, with the process, and really was instrumental in moving this forward. As well, Jeff and the Chautauqua Foundation have been fantastic. And last but certainly not least is John and the operations team. So Betsy, you and John, thank you. John Shedden and Betsy Burgesson, thank you. And the other folks, so John Stowe we talked about, so thank you for your help. Chris Majewski, is Chris here? Or is anyone else here? I'm not sure if they are. Chris Majewski, Chuck Rugg, Andrew Stroth, Jamin Robbins, and Jack Manella. Phenomenal work putting this together. And so a sincere thank you to all of you.
Okay, I'm trying really hard not to cry anymore. But we couldn't have done this without you. There are a few people here that I look around. Everybody here has played a huge part. I'm looking at two guys right here. Raise your hands, Steve and Nick. Back in 2005, who started the first tournament. A couple guys, we were counselors with you. Mark played softball with you, and you found a way for people to express their love to us and kick this off. And we gave some money initially to Sandhoff's research and to support the families, in particular of people who have children who have one of these rare lysosomal storage disorders. And so that was amazing. And then we had this group of people who came behind it and said, we're getting a little too old for basketball. We have a few twisted knees. We've had some hamstring pulls. We probably ought to let our kids play, so let's do kickball. And so we got kickball started. But even more than that, kudos to Melissa Roberts Tannery and Susie Streeter Davis and Melissa Streeter V. And Katie Prechtel Cook and Katie Schaefer Stecker. We got a lot of Melissas and Katies in these groups, but who came together and really helped us, and Andy, your spouses too, said, let's do something where we can have something in Chautauqua. And this was your idea, and what an idea. So thank you guys so much. You've been amazing. And showing up in force in bright orange t-shirts and embracing cheese balls has been amazing. We also have to thank the Prechtel family, in particular, whether it's been basketball or kickball. Coach, you and Linda have been unbelievable to us. And I don't know, from bases to being our resident photographer and making origami butterflies and all kinds of stuff. Thank you very much for all of that work. The Yelazowitzes, the Zellers, gosh, I'm looking at my brother-in-law and sister-in-law over here. Paul, you've been remarkable, and you've brought your group of friends to play. And they play hard, these people from Texas. The Springers and the Olivers are a force to be reckoned with. So we have appreciated you so much. Mark and I both had a chance to work at Club. Mark worked there, obviously, for a number of years longer than I did, but we had a set of groupers that were all Mark's groupers for a few years, and then I had the pleasure of having them in SAC, and they travel in packs. That's how you know them. There are about 40 of them now since they've all gotten married, and anytime you see a group, they're sort of the pinnacle of Chautauqua friendships, and they have shown up for us, and so thank you guys. And you just see generations of people who are a few years older and a few years younger, and maybe a few who gave us their fake IDs to get into bars one time. Things like that. But really, all of you generations have come together. And then our families. And to Paul and Joanne, thank you for finding Chautauqua when Mark was 10. And thank you for making me a part of this. And we just love all of you very, very much. And to beyond Chautauqua, Chautauqua has tentacles out into the world, and many of them are in Denver, where my family is, and a few of those people are here today, and I'm so happy to have you here. Welcome to my other home again. And then we have my French family is here today too, and I'll say just one thing in French that you all know, which is "Je vous aime," énormément. So thank you all for coming. I want to say one other thing. We didn't talk about this part, but this guy has been amazing. And when Timothy was diagnosed, one day I came home a few days later from the grocery store, and I walked in the back door, and you're just sort of in a fog, and there were these candles that were placed all along, sort of through the kitchen and the dining room and into the living room, and there was a whiteboard at the end of it, and it said "Keep Believing" on the whiteboard. And we still have that whiteboard in our house, and anybody who knows Mark knows that it is not about hope as much as it's about fierce determination for him. And I just want to say thanks for keeping our family together. I love you.
Well, you know who the rock is in the family. It's not me. So I want to say thank you to you as well, Ann, for everything and for being on this journey together. And it's just meant the world to me to be able to see so much of your vision and your beautiful poem and everything come together. So love you as well. And so let's wrap this up because it's going to ring in about 10, 9,
Noel and his children have something for you.
I know what this is.
We have one missing piece for the playground, and that's the license plate.
This is the license plate that will go on the car. Oh my God.
Wow. What a perfect celebration, dedication, coming together. If this doesn't epitomize the very best of Chautauqua, I don't know what else could. Photographers, get ready. We're going to cut a ribbon. So I'm going to ask Mark and Ann and their family. We have some special scissors depending on your age. I know which one Mark is going to get. And so we're going to cut the ribbon, and then we hope to see this playground full of young people and not so young people playing, having fun, laughing, living. And we also have, if there are any left, if the young people haven't devoured them all already, we have some goodies over on the table and some beverages, morning beverages, people, morning beverages. But let's cut the ribbon and officially open Timothy's Playground.
the Medal of Honor for doing what you did today, John. Marvelous.
We'll find out what the results are. They may be all out of focus and lousy sound.
Press record.
No, is that what I'm supposed to do? I got to put batteries in this thing? Okay.
Anyway, thank you again.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Put it on like YouTube or something.
John V. should be given the Medal of Honor for doing what you did today, John. Marvelous.
We'll find out what the results are. They may be all out of focus and lousy sound.
Press record.
No, is that what I'm supposed to do? I got to put batteries in this thing? Okay.
Anyway, thank you again.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Put it on like YouTube or something. They want to take your picture.
How about with my mom?
Yeah, magnificent. It's a magnificent talk. This is on video.
Oh, and you did it on video. I thought we were posing for a picture.
I did too.
No. So you'll get to edit this later on.
Okay.
Oh, no, there's 4 of them up there?
Yeah.
How are you? Good. How are you? They're just letting go.
Cut behind you.
Did you see Riley? The girl? Guys, I'm ready. Say bye, balloon. Oh, my balloon. The strangler. Say bye. Ready. Got you. Patrick, you taco team 1 now. This is Chivo. Chivo, know how to win. Okay.
It was a very nice event, wasn't it?
Kenzie just Cooper. It's okay. Everyone's getting
Kids have a lot of fun. Boy, that was such a far-sighted gift for your family.
We're lucky that we had, 2 people, Mark and Ann, who really were able to have such a strong faith and imagination. We're very blessed to have them.
Yeah.
All of us. I'm speaking as a family member. I get them, but all these other people around here,
Right.
we're very blessed to have them. And it's a great community here, obviously.
Great. Thanks.
Got it. I think pretty much if your helmet is missing, Harper has it.
Did you, when you were a kid, did they let the balloons off with your name tied to it? As a kid, they did that, and I loved it. And whoever's balloon went the furthest won a prize. And they would have like a balloon. Really?
All right, and I love you for it.
Nice to meet you. Oh, absolutely.
The boys each do a team. See, they're they don't see work together very often. And so they wanted to go. So I let them each do a T, and then they were gone. So I did the M and the R. And this is sassafras. It's another tree that really grows around here, but it was growing down in the south end, and it's very beautiful. Put your shoes on, guys.
It's nice you got mentioned in the talk. I'm so glad. I know you guys worked awfully hard for that.
Okay, you gotta walk it through here.
Sorry. Oh, sorry.
Done the better. One, two, you want to take a turn? Okay. Nice and straight in the middle. You want to help me? Yeah. Thanks, buddy. This little boy wants to move Look at that, huh? That's why you trust the guy. Hold on, we're not done. Eye's even better than the level. Alright. Perfect. That's right.
Good job. John, do you think Timothy's brother can help?
Yeah, we've got the front one
Got
to do too.
Okay. Tu voudrais essayer, Théophile? Tu voudrais essayer? Tu demandes.
Anybody you want to help me?
Yeah, John still. If he lives just down by the. No.
Oh, yes?
Go ahead and squeeze.
Everybody's helping.
Perfect. Good job. You want to try too?
Good job.
How'd you do that so fast? Go ahead and squeeze the trigger down here.
Do you do that at home with your dad?
Stop. Perfect. Give me 5.
Oh, good. Oh.
All right. Does it? I made license. Yeah, 1 down, 1 to go. 5. That's a drill.
Hey, can you?
Brothers all have scars.
Stairs under the car.
We can make a flag for the girl,
Let's go to the front.
Peter, that's fine.
All right. Okay, I gotta see something real quick. Hopefully I made the hole. There we go.
Watch out, buddy.
Thank you.
Hey, buddy.
Maxie. Can I help you?
Maximilian, back up a little bit. Someone's trying to take pictures, remember?
Hey!
You can go to
Here
the other
you
side.
go. Can I help you? Can I help you?
Maxie,
All right.
you're like all the other boys are trying to help too. We're all just gonna watch.
Can I help?
You want to help?
Yeah, me too.
Everybody wants to help?
Yeah.
All right. I like helpers.
Here you go.
First favor I need is I need somebody to go over and get my 2 direct drill boxes. We need to fix this one.
Maxie, you can help the bigger boy.
Okay.
Oh, it's just not rude, but it was just like.
Oh, I didn't see that.
He does it to my tools all the time.
Thank you. Yep, we're gonna all stand back and watch.
Maxie, you gotta stand on the other side of it so we can do the shot. You come on, okay?
See over here. The patch that one.
Take this one out. Don't lose my screws. Okay, don't lose them. Good job. Okay, now what do we got over here?
Maxie. No. Hands off. Get up. Hands off.
Okay, we got 9 inches in between. Okay, so 3 foot, yeah. Let's see here. All right, Bubba. We want to be in towards the center.
What's going on, buddy?
All right.
Okay.
I've got one, thank you.
Countersink.
Where do you guys live?
Where we live?
Yeah.
In Stowe.
Lexi, where do you live? In New York City, right? We came from New York City.
No, Arizona.
Yeah, we can be Arizona. That's fine.
Oh, not big enough time. That's alright, I'll come back now later.
Just want to say hi and God bless you, man.
You like his shirt? Can we tell him that was a coconut, please?
Thank you enough for what you did.
Okay, so who was gonna help?
Very, very generous. Honestly, could not be any better. I was doing pretty bad.
Let me get the camera going.
Close the door. It's driving away.
Here's the trigger right there. Pull it. Right here. Oh. Oh.
Oh, that was really tough. You can reach that. How about this one? Really, we're almost at the end.
Oh, you're almost there.
Yeah, you almost did the whole thing.
And last one.
Last one. Yay! Now jump down. Jump down. Yeah.